Manja.
Food.
Manja, manja. Speed.
Right in the center.
BREAKBEAT Lou, X1. Cut.
Welcome once again, everybody. My name is D-Stroy from Show Off Your Gems. We are live in Phoenix, Arizona, a wonderful place called TRill. Yes, this is a very special place, and I am with a very special individual. His name is BREAKBEAT Lou. Yes, of course, your father probably battled him 50 years ago, back when he was a young kid braiding hair in the Bahamas, but then he grew up, came over here, snuck into the country of Yugoslavia, and now he became a legend. That's how you do it, kids. Listen. However, welcome, BREAKBEAT Lou. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank
He's
you,
a Don, somebody I respect. And if you can, when you walked through the doors of TRill, if you can tell me the feeling, what was it like when you seen everything out here?
Dude, I was literally frozen, and I say that sincerely because as soon as we came in through this door here, and I could not believe how much stuff it was. Not just hip hop stuff, but just memorabilia, and I mean, it took me about at least 10 to 15 minutes to catch my breath. Yes. Honestly, it's overwhelming, and how much stuff and how much he covers with this space that he has here, for sure.
It's definitely, you know, the senses are in overdrive, and
sure.
Your man right there wanted to say what's up. Make sure you see what's up, B.
Chilling, you know
it's a robot, B. This is a different. This is a different era. Now, let me ask you. Of course, you're cut from that cloth. This is a nostalgic feeling, right?
Big time.
And it's great because, you know, all generations could come up in here, you know, get something, even just have conversations about certain pieces, because they're items that you talk about. We're going to talk about some items. Mm-hmm. But if I could get to something fun, do you remember what theme song of a show you know most of the words to?
See, this gets me in trouble because they make me singing, and I'm not singing it, so...
Say it like a thug. Butterflies in the sky. You can fly twice as high. Whatever you want to do.
Nah, I was a big fan. I mean, because of my mom, we used to watch Happy Days. So the whole Bill Haley in the Comments song, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock.
See,
that was the thing. So
back.
it was, you know, to me, music has always been a very nostalgic, you know, personal, passionate thing with me. So that's most definitely one of the things, because it was a connection that I had with my mom, which if it was for my mom, there would be no BREAKBEAT Lou here.
Beautiful. I love it. So now we're going to get into some pieces that I pulled from the racks over here, and I said, yo, let's have some conversations. So walk us through the greatness of this deck and what makes it special. Oof. Talk about it.
To me, like I said, you know, us as hip-hop culture, you know, all of us that are embedded in the culture, we've done more or less either one or all of the facets of the culture. Mm-hmm. Yes. I started writing in '72, so when I saw this, you know, one of the characters that jumped onto me is the Junk Waffles right here, which people, you know, they know the Cheese Wizards, but really don't know the Junk Waffles, which is like a military kind of a comic, which is kind of crazy. And Baudet, you know, think about it. I started writing graffiti in '72, so let you know that that's how far back I go with the culture. So seeing that deck when I came in, it most definitely caught my eye, because I saw the one on top. Then I was like, wow, this is some serious stuff. Right there alone, I knew that the person that was of this establishment was most definitely embedded heavy into the culture.
See, with a deck, and that's how it happens now.
Yeah.
I went to prison for graffiti, fam. I went to jail, fam, yes. And I met people where I was like, wait, we're family? Yes. So, you know, I respect that. Salute to everybody out there. Come out, you know, you can appreciate this at TRill. Check this out. All right, Another item we have right here is a wonderful pillow right here with the notorious B.I.G. And if you can, a story or two of what comes to mind when you see this.
Every time I look at Biggie, it reminds me of a story. Like I tell people, I'm not just breakbeats. I've done a little bit of everything when it comes to this industry. So back in I started working at a store in 78 called Crazy Eddie's, and I was always worked either selling records, wholesale, or retail. So I used to work at a distributor called Unique. So I had met Biggie and Puff and stuff like that. So we used to talk on the phone. So we had a 10th year anniversary. So I was having beef with my boss. So me being, the rebellion, hating authority kind of would do at that time, I'm a little better now. I didn't show up to the 10th anniversary party. And Biggie showed up. And he kept asking for me, where's Lou? Where's Lou? Safe to say, the next day, I was no longer working there. So Biggie got me fired from the gig that I was working. But now Biggie was always been a guy that I met him early in his career, and he was always a cool dude. And he always, again, he valued the input of how his music was moving from, from the bottom line of what music is selling. So he used to call almost every 2 weeks to find out how his record was doing. So
that's beautiful.
B.I.G. for sure, man.
Probably super New York, and I'm not sure if you can. But specifically, I met him. Ray Roll introduced me to him. Are you familiar with Ray?
Yes, I know Ray.
Yeah,
yes.
Salute Ray, and rest peacefully to Ray Roll and also Notorious B.I.G.
For sure.
We're gonna go to our next gem right here. This right here, guys, listen. We're gonna get right to it. Ultimate breaks and beats figure. This on Show Off Your Gems. Everybody who has this is like, fam, yes, official tissue. Yeah. So if you can, cause you're here, walk us how many were made. What's this? Was this just really like?
Yeah, it's a crazy story about this particular figure. I mean, real crazy. I don't think I've shared this with anybody else. So you have an exclusive. This toy initially was created unauthorized by me.
Okay.
So long story short, the guy that created it knew Kenny Dope. So I had seen it at Turntable Lab, and I hit Turntable Lab with a cease and desist because I said, yo, check this out, and go, yo, and then I hit him with a cease and desist. The story turned around that I went there with thugs, and I told the guys, take it off.
I remember that. My brother told me.
So I took everything out. But long story short, the guys that did this were classic dudes. They were the music industry guys that are known very well out of Boston, and we came in with an agreement, and we released them officially and everything. So that's why, if you see one, especially this one right here, is the reason is so incredible is because it was for a special bundle package, which you see is numbered by me, and it's also signed by me in 2013. So this particular one was sold out of Kenny Dope's website. No, seriously. So this was the only ones that were signed. Wow. No, the other ones are signed. And Supreme could tell you he got his and his not signed yet, but that's a different story.
Wow.
Yeah. So those were signed in a different way.
Really, really dope.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And if you can share, what does it mean that something that you did back then, it gets to live in a different form? Well,
to me, and I don't want to get caught up, but I got involved in doing these particular records to further the culture. And I mean, like if you have a dish, you need all the original ingredients. Mm-hmm. Early 80s, the breakbeats were being eliminated. A lot of records that were being cut up were rap records.
Right.
So me being a DJ, started in 74 and all that good stuff. So I made it a point to make sure that the DJs always had that bottom foundation aspect of the culture, which is the breakbeats.
Yes.
So doing this particular one was extremely special to me because this particular album was the most top-selling album we had. And this is the one that had Apache, Dancers, Drummers B, and To Be Real, which is also world famously used by Jazzy Jeff at Live at Union Square.
Yes.
Which, a lot of stories, led Just Blaze reproducing, led a lot of different people to do what it was. Yep. So this means a lot to me.
Yeah, it's the first vinyl I ever purchased in the city from Rock and Soul.
Wow.
I listened to it and I was like, wait, what? All on one record?
Yeah, and that's the thing. But
good move.
That means a lot to me. This, especially that particular album, and again, there's a lot that goes along with the connection between me and Ultimate Breaks and Beats for sure.
Beautiful. Once again, a gem that is here at the amazing TRill. Now, before you get on out of here, young
Yes,
man,
sir.
I have the question is, if you had to pitch TRill to a person, what would you say to have them, to inspire them to want to visit here, see how dope this place is?
The true only hip hop store, straight up worldwide. I've been around the world. You've been around the world. There's nothing like this that I've seen worldwide. I've seen hip hop. When they say hip hop, it was only meaning rap stuff with T-shirts. I've seen graffiti stores. I've never seen anything with the whole plethora of the culmination of every facet of hip hop. Nothing. I've never. I mean, from spray cans to
Stimulating.
Dude, I became like 10, 12 years old when I went to that corner when I saw the cans. I was bugging out.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And then the bench over there too, which I personally hung out there many a times in my life. Grand Concourse 149 from the 4 to the 2 and the 5 on the bottom. It's just right underneath the bridge when it comes off the tunnel. It's just everything. And again, and then he showed me a freaking Ken Swift sneaker with it that just took me. And then the freaking suit behind the guy here from the New York City Breakers. Just so much. It's not even, again, it takes me back to childhood. And
wow.
It's crazy. And I'm almost 60 now, so yeah, for sure, this is no joke.
That's beautiful. Guys, I want everybody to know, once again, his name is BREAKBEAT Lou, and I say this publicly and comfortably. I love this gentleman, a representative of more than just, hip-hop, and a lot of people salute this general right here. A pillar of the culture, and it's really a great honor to have him not only in my presence, but inside TRill. And that's how authentic it is and how TRill keeps it. And I gotta salute the people at TRill for making this happen. So, guys, come on, take in the energy because it's authentic. His name is BREAKBEAT Lou. My name is D-Stroy of Show Off Your Gems. Let it be known, you're amazing.
And UBB approved. Boom.
Let's get it.
TRill, we got your hip hop needs covered.